So the schedule will change because with all the experience now, we need to give you the real important part is experience the darkness, okay? Absorbing the energy. And the whole key is you're quiet. When I teach the classes, you have too much in the mind, okay? And the whole dark room itself is quiet, absorb the darkness, and it turn to light, okay? And the whole key, the whole major key of the darkness retreat is you calm your mind, okay? You calm your heart. So anytime the heart activate, the mind activate, you go in changing the melatonin into serotonin. And that's what we call the daytime. So you go right into go back to a daytime. So the real purpose is not there, okay? So that's why in the afternoon, I decided to give you a longer break, and you can be quiet with all what we do in the morning and absorb it. Just the whole key I'm going to emphasize a lot. One, you finish the morning class, when you have time to laying down, just relax and do nothing, and just let it happen. Whatever you learn in the morning, the more you relax, let it go, calm your mind. If you want to go to sleep, go to sleep. That's all. Okay. So we're going to teach a very simple part. Sometimes you just relax and spinning backward. So in the Dantian, you spin backward. It calm down, cool down. So spin backward, spin backward, spin backward until you feel you are calm and relaxed. And the whole key is when you calm and relax and in the darkness, the light comes, the light, the color is coming. That's the whole key of the whole practice. When you have all these things coming, now the whole key started to change. You started to absorb, we know that now can understand the most is we call the violet light, okay? And the violet light, the whole key about the violet light is can change into many light, okay? We call rainbow color. And the whole rainbow color, it's just like when you have prism, it changes into the rainbow color. And this rainbow color will start to reflect light out, okay? So the emphasis this time is very important that energy change you. The energy is going to change you, okay? And now we will also emphasize in the inner mind, okay? The organ and the creating cycle in the inner mind. Because when you go into the creating cycle in the inner mind, you are creating the energy and enhancing the color. Because if you cannot enhance the organ color, when the crystal room reflecting the light, they cannot receive it. Okay, this one is very interesting. When I in Frankfurt and have one student that come to study, and he's working with the ashram. That means the light bulb, the saving, the low electricity consuming light, okay? And it's big, very big in Germany. And we talk about the violet light and talk about the alchemy and everything. And he said, oh, you know, this is what all the knowledge of the esoteric now is trying to making into all the science now, okay? So the low consumer light bulb, they are using the one that's the cheapest one. They're using the mirror painted mercury. Because the whole Tao and Western and Eastern always talk about mercury, because the mercury, when you put light, it changes to violet. Okay, and when you have that mirror that can reflecting the light, it changes the light into rainbow color. Okay, but you have to have another receptor that can actually, so you have all color. If you want red color, you have one thing that can accept and take the red color out. Okay, and that is what the Tao always talk about. That, okay, because if your organ don't have enough energy, and you cannot really see your organ with color, this thing not going to happen. You see, and how you're going to get it is you get your organ energy strong enough in the creating cycle. Multiply them. When the light, because we cannot capture light. Light come and light go. And that's why when light come and light go, we loosen. Okay? So when the crystal room in the center of the brain, when you open, so we have to work a lot and open it over and over and over again. When you have that one open, the light come in and it reflecting the rainbow color. When the rainbow color reflecting, now you have 7 color. And each organs, when you don't see them in the color and feel them in the color, you cannot do it. Okay, you cannot do it because you don't see them as a color. So now when you have it, it's like a filter. It take in that light and reflect that light, or use that light. So the whole important part, they will use that light, and so the rainbow color reflecting in the organ. And the organ is part of whole digestion, absorption, and elimination thing, okay? And that's why the whole key is that, okay? And the food, actually, the saliva is the alchemy, is the beginning, the first alchemy. Because the saliva dissolve, so the saliva, when you chew them enough, the first thing, it dissolves the oxygen. And now, I am ordering the liquid, the high dose of the liquid oxygen. Now we know where to, and it's very, I like that because it's the same concept with what the Tao do. So when you have enough saliva, so when you chew, the important part is not how much food you have, it's how much one, like a goji berry or a pine nut, you chew, and the saliva come out, and you mix them with energy. So that's the first thing you're going to make is a liquid oxygen. And oxygen and nitrogen, see? And nitrogen is important part for the whole thing, okay? Because nitrogen is the basic of the alchemy to do anything, okay? And they have a lot in the peanut. The peanut we have now, we're going to have the black peanut. Black peanut is the black color, and that's why I order, especially from the China in one area, that they have the black peanut. So that is, and they dry, very dry and raw, so not cooked, okay? But from the good source, I mean, they're very careful about the dry enough. Now, so that is the major part of the food thing. So in one little food, and when you have enough oxygen mixing with it, enough saliva, the most thing is the saliva. So you have to chew saliva. In the Tao said, they have 10 times dissolve the element, dissolve everything. You can dissolve anything more than water. So water, compared to saliva, different, okay? But when we do this, it's not only the saliva. Okay, and it started to be activated more on the pineal gland, pituitary gland, thalamus, hypothalamus gland. That's why when we activate them, we're going to do a lot of activate until you feel that the saliva coming out is sweet and fragrant. So that is a major key. Okay, all these hormones that mixing in the mouth, and when you chew them well, the oxygen go in, and the nitrogen go in, past the food, and past the nitrogen, they double the power. That's discovered that way. Okay, so they have the nut, the walnut, the pine nut, the nut, and the goji berry, and the Chinese plum. When they mix together and you chew and you chew and you chew until it's so, this is the elixir. So this is the beginning. And when you activate the light and activate the crystal room, they stimulate all the gland, and those secretion is a major portion of the whole alchemy. So we say the alchemy that in your mouth, they are complete. That's the important part of that. The alchemy in your mouth is become the complete one. Okay, so that is the most important about this. Okay, now I think in the morning we have another important part, that is the you have the white egg. Somebody vegetarian don't eat egg, but it's the white part of the egg. And that one gives you, because all these things you need to mix them. You need to mix them. So that's why this is the beginning of the alchemy. This mouth is the beginning of alchemy. And the way you chew them, okay, and you, protein is protein, but when you're mixing with other things, like the oxygen, nitrogen, and the nut, and all these things, when they mix together, they're creating. And when you chew them enough, they're creating another. The whole key they explain, and now we understand, is making elements that we need to build anything. That's how they believe that way. Okay, you have a basic ingredient or basic chemistry, like we have a certain chemistry. We have a certain chemistry that compounds our body. Okay. Sister, yeah, the salt. Yeah, see the salt. It's very interesting that the Tao talk about that. It's a basic chemical of a human. And the mouth, the saliva can do that. The saliva can do it. And that's why the beginning of the most basic alchemy. So when you chew and you chew and you chew and you chew, and the most basic is oxygen, nitrogen, and the peanut. Some people say they don't like peanut. Sorry. You like peanut, you just don't take peanut. So we have the pine nut, you have the walnut. It's okay. Okay? And those things is important part to form a basic chemical. And when you go to the system they think that, okay, I have one basic thing, whatever I need, whatever your body needs, I can build from this basic thing. That's what it works that way. So that's why the Tao Master, they eat very little, but they can maintain that way. Okay? And the whole key is we don't want to go to fasting. Okay, when people fasting, it get into problem. Because when you're fasting, you not only lose fat. In order to lose fat, you also lose muscle, and you also lose calcium. Because they need calcium and trace mineral to make the fat to burn. So if you're fasting to one level, you get the problem of losing muscle, losing calcium, losing fat. Okay, but when you creating a panic of the body, when the body get panic, when the next time when you start to eat, the body grab and store again. The body grab and store again, and they get worse that way. So in a way that if we started to learn how to eat in a proportional diet, we don't get problem for that. Okay, we don't get back to be sun is so big, sun is so small. That is the major part. So that's why once you train the body, said I have enough basic chemical, the basic salt for you to build anything you need. And now the body said, okay, I don't have to waste them too much. I don't have to waste them too much. You need something. When I in New York last year, I went to they call 3D printer. I said, oh my God, you know. And now they have so many new things now. You can make anything. You want a cup? You want any kind of cup? You just give them design, it make them from plastic, and you have a cup. And you don't want it, you dissolve them, that's the finish. And you want anything, you just print out. And you want a spoon down here, you can make a spoon. And you have the basic ingredient to build something. And that's what human in the olden time, we have this basic thing to do something, okay? But you need to have a right basic thing to do it. And that is the major part. So, so the whole key, we are going to talking about this simple anatomy and simple about the spiritual molecule, okay? So there is the, we're basically in the two mode. We're basically in two mode. One is at night, we're producing melatonin. Daytime, whatever the melatonin we produce, it convert to serotonin. That's it. It convert them. So we are in night, day, night, day, night, day, night, day, night, day, like this. But this basic, the serotonin, so the serotonin, when it see light, it turn to serotonin, it make our brain active, and we into the sympathetic, and we work, and we think, and do things, you know. At night, when we go into melatonin, we go to rest, we go to repair, we go to activate the stem cell to repair, replace. So in this way, we are in this same cycle. But the major part, so that is what, for 1,000 years, they discovered this, the third eye actually is the light. And the pineal gland, so the whole key is this pineal gland is producing this chemical. And this chemical, we know that now, is come from the tryptophan, that is simple protein, a protein, okay? And tryptophan, and it can change them into serotonin or melatonin, okay? So when we have this convert, so the pineal gland have to have the pineal, so the pineal gland. And now we know that the pineal gland activated by the sexual energy. That's what we know now. There's a lot of sexual energy involved with so that's why the Tao always talk about return the sexual energy to reactivate the brain. So the sexual energy activates the pineal, and the pineal can do or give order more to do many things. So that's why in 9 to 1, the pineal gland at 9 o'clock at night to 1 o'clock, a melatonin produced. 1 to 3 to 4, a sexual hormone produced. So these two things combined together, repair, replace ourselves. Without this, we're getting sick and old, and we finish, we die, because there's no repairing and no replacement. And that is what the melatonin do. So that's why when you understand this, the healing in the dark room is so much involved with melatonin. The melatonin the whole key is you don't active too much and you don't convert them into melatonin to serotonin. If you don't convert them, this melatonin, they change into, so from the melatonin, it change, if you don't convert them to serotonin, if you have enough melatonin, that means you quiet, calm, have energy, and in the dark, when it change to melatonin, you convert them to 5-MeO, and that is what we call by see light, see color, see vision. Okay. Now, the major part in the dark room, we always tell people that we very concerned about energy. We want to see light, see color, see color, or information. Okay. So when you go into a more quiet and you are accessing your, because in the universe we know now it's a collective of emotion, information. Okay, so everybody born, every soul is coming down, they have a recording, they have a number. So every soul and everybody that we take in the universe, they have a recording. So in our whole life, we thinking. You think, you say, you doing thing, you speaking, it's a vibration. And it go out and it recording down. So everybody have the recording from the beginning of the soul and come to us, they're recording down. Okay, so everybody have that. And now the scientists prove that a tiny little drop of water can remember the whole history of the earth. I said, how can it be? All right. So that means they have so much incredible big memory. It is a cosmic particle, so you're going to experience it. A cosmic particle that, so we have three. One is go right to here and come to you. And it stay, or one is coming to you, pass the body, come to you and go down to the earth. Okay, so now the cosmic particle carry all the memory of the universe. So that's it. So in the whole universe, there actually is a recording. It's a big recorder. It's so big, it's so vast, because they have to have all the things what you do. Everything that you do, everything that you think, you say, you do, actually doing it is recording down. Okay, and that's why when I small in the Bible, they said, God will recording us down everything we say, everything we do, and in the final judgment day, what happened? God will have a big video and shining into the big screen and show you the, hey, you did wrong here. You said something wrong. You did something very bad. Now you have no way to argue. You say, no, that's not me. So I said, oh my God, God must have a very big recorder somewhere, so big, and recording every single people down, you know. But this is true, you know. This is true. Is everything is vibration. Thinking, speaking, doing, event is always go out. So now they prove that they are wave from us here, and it's sorting out into a big recorder place. It's so big, and nowadays you don't believe how powerful a memory, a hard disk. You know, you can tiny little one. You can have about 100 SD small card. You can have 128 gigabyte, which is so much memory, you know, incredible memory. So that's why, so now, when you have enough melatonin, it turns into 5-MeO, and when you have enough 5-MeO, it turns into DMT. Now, this thing, when you quiet enough, it separates. And that's what the Tao are so concerned about this. Because in the human history, since we discover this we call magic mushroom. Okay, the magic mushroom, and in every culture they discover something. Okay, and the whole key about this magic mushroom is something that, so it don't kill you, it don't kill us right away. If it kill us right away, we don't take it. So that's why when they have the color of that certain thing, certain mushroom, red color, something like that, we die. But the yellow color, this yellow one, yellow one, like the brown, that one don't kill us, but it's poison enough to fool the body, think that we're going to die. So in that particular moment, it stimulates a death hormone. A death hormone actually is 5-MeO and DMT. That is the same. So now we understand this. Look at 5-MeO, you see light, see color, and we follow the light. And in that moment, when the body is not suitable, the soul and spirit want to live. So this DMT, when it coming up, it makes us separate. It makes us separate. But the experience of this magic mushroom actually is very close. So many systems in the world, in the olden time, they all use this, the magic mushroom. And after that, they do so much, and finally they found that it don't work. The people gradually so weak and die for that. And they don't see any light anymore. They cannot do any separation because every time they do. So this kind of drugs, terrible now. I mean, we have more and more different kind of drugs doing the same thing. Actually stimulate a separation of the body. We call that. Now, so this thing in the we have so many different kind of mushroom, okay? And Thailand, they discover one time, and people come, so many people come, and now they ban it because I think Thailand, they have this very strong, you take boom, the soul spirit run out so fast. They separate. They see color, they see vision, they can walk through the building, they can fly to the sky, they can go do anything. And the soul spirit go out. And after that, when the drug is not, the magic mushroom is not so strong, they're coming back. But for the process of activate that hormone, it use up 1/10 of the body energy. Okay, so younger people, they have more energy to burn. They have so much energy to burn. They are young. Okay, so one they taste this, they want it again. They don't know what is it, but they can see something that they don't ever see before. So now they want it. Okay, dark room, you're going to experience a whole different thing. Okay, if you do it right, you started to when you see light, see color. The vision, when you see it, is okay, and later on you have to be say, okay, I want to turn them into energy, okay? Because when you just sit there and doing and see all the vision, you're using too much of your own energy. Like I always like to, before that, I don't know how to explain now. Very simple, you have a mobile telephone, and you know what they said? You can use this mobile telephone making your call for 1 week. Yeah, a lot of them say 1 week, stand by for 30 days, But if you use your mobile telephone and turn on the YouTube and watch your YouTube for how long you can watch? Huh? How long can you watch? 2 hours, 3 hours, it's gone, the battery gone. That's it. Now, the mobile telephone, they receive the wave. They come in as a wave, okay? And we need the energy of the battery to convert this wave into a vision. Okay, so now when you go into too much vision, you take so much energy into it and you don't have the practice. And that's why a lot of people go into this, they become media, become prophet, become prophecy, become all these things. But nothing involved with the spiritual work at all. Nothing, you see. So you're wasting time in doing that if you understand something that people don't understand.